Hey guys, today we're doing another, get ready with me, chit-chatty, get ready with me. Today I'm going to use one of my Avon Smooth Minerals eyeshadows, and the color I have is Russet Rock. And so I'm just going to incorporate this into my sort of, everyday makeup routine to a lot of extent. But it's kind of a, a brownie color. Kind of like cocoa is what it sort of reminds me of, kind of a light shade of cocoa. So, I'm not quite sure how I want to use it yet. I was kind of considering doing it as, like an eyeliner, smudging it in as an eyeliner. I could use it just in the crease. I could use it as an all-over color, so I'm not exactly sure what I want to do with that yet. So we will see what happens as this plays out. And, you guys are familiar with my sort of everyday makeup, so I'm not going to go into too much detail on what I'm doing with that. I just want to chit-chat with you guys. So we'll just hang out together for a while and get ready together. Hopefully the idea is that you watch this while you're getting ready, so we get ready together. And that's what we're going to do today. So I am starting with my Avon Magic's Face Perfector. I've talked about this before. Yeah, I did my Christmas haul recently. Today's Monday, by the way, that I'm recording this. I did my Christmas haul recently, and I recorded it in full HD. And, because my videos always have the bars on the sides, and the only way I can get rid of that is to record in full HD mode. But the problem with the full HD mode is I lose my ability to zoom in and out, and, any effects that I might need, like changing, color or intensity of different things, all that kind of stuff. I lose the ability to do all of that. And it took almost 24 hours to load a video. Now, it was a long video, of course, but these are going to be long videos too, because we're, chit-chatting. So, I'm probably just not going to record in HD, and I don't know. I don't really think it's necessary anyway, but if you're here for production value, you're probably at the wrong place. You're here for the wrong reasons anyway, right? If you want production value, go watch some of the videos that are made by people with big production teams, and that's the whole thing. So this is my color corrector that I'm putting on. You guys know that I'm trying to get rid of this. So, and let me get my mirror over here situated. I'm almost done with this. I have a little more that I can get out of it, but so anyway, so I'm probably just not going to record in HD because I don't have that kind of time. I record on my laptop, of course, and I actually need to be able to use my laptop and take it with me places, and I can't have it stuck at home uploading for 12 or more hours. I need to be able to, it needs to be able to be mobile. So anyway, probably won't do that again unless I'm doing something, I don't know, special or that I know is going to be really, really short, like really short, because even if it's 2 or 3 minutes, it's still going to probably take about 6 hours to upload. So anywho, there's that. And let's see what is going on. So today is Monday, and I am getting ready for, just my normal day. But I do have like a community meeting that I have to go to this evening, so I have to be semi-professional. But, I also feel that you can get away with just about anything with makeup. I do think you need to be professional, and so I don't feel that you should go wild and crazy with it just because you can think you can get away with it. You are setting your image, and I think you need to, make sure your image matches the career that you have or that you want to have, or, that kind of thing. They always say that you should dress and make your appearance the way someone who is 3 job levels higher than you dresses. You know, so usually that's going to be a higher level manager. You know, if you really want to make a career out of what you're doing. So, but with that being said, you know, most good HR managers know that there's a line that you shouldn't cross, because then you're kind of crossing over into personal attacks versus, you know, a company policy. So, you know, a lot of places will have restrictions on, or will have like a dress code. And sometimes they'll have restrictions on hair color and tattoos and piercings, and even sometimes facial hair for men, you know, what's allowed and what isn't. Sometimes that's related to safety, but a lot of times it's related to the image that they want to present to the public, which is fair. But most HR managers know that you don't delve into the realm of makeup requirements. Either way, like, you don't require people to wear makeup a certain way, and you also don't sort of get them in trouble based on how their face looks, because that can very easily be construed as, you know, a personal attack, which is, you know, kind of the legal no-nos that you want to stay away from in HR. But, you know, at the same time, I don't recommend for most jobs, especially if you have a professional job, that you sort of, I don't know, I wouldn't necessarily be wearing, like, most people know who X-Sparkage is here on YouTube, so I wouldn't necessarily be wearing a lot of X-Sparkage's old makeup looks if I work in an office. You know, it's just not appropriate for the location. So, anyway, I don't even know. You guys tell me what you think about that kind of debate. I don't even know what got me started into that, but anyway, so I have to look, you know, semi-professional, but I have room to kind of experiment if I want to a little bit today. So, that's what I'm doing. What do you guys think about all this talk about the Oscars and discrimination and blah, blah, blah? You know, I think it's a fine line, personally, between actual racism and self-discrimination, where, you know, a lot of times when you get caught up with the idea of race or gender or things, sometimes you can discriminate against yourself. Your intentions are good, but if you let it go, you wouldn't have any issues at all. And I sort of think Jada and Spike are doing that to themselves, in my opinion. Now, that being said, you know, I don't disagree that there aren't, you know, still, and there always will be, different types of issues that have to be tackled. You know, the world changes at a very rapid pace, and sometimes you have to revisit old issues that you thought didn't exist anymore, and sometimes issues come back around because you have a new situation and now you got to figure out how to manage it, you know, appropriately. So, I don't know. But, you know, the point that people make about, are there roles for different types of people, or does casting end up being too kind of closed-minded sometimes? You know, I think maybe, but I think at the same time, you know, casting is driven by the dollar a lot of time, and the character a lot of times. So, I don't know, it's a catch-22, but at the same point, one thing I keep hearing over and over and over again, because what I don't think is true anymore is I don't think that people of different races don't have power in Hollywood anymore. I think they have lots of power in Hollywood. So part of me says, well, if there's still an issue, you might be a part of the issue. You know? And a lot of people are sort of agreeing with that, or sort of showing all these instances of, you know, people with different races, that are in authority for casting and that kind of stuff. You know, that aren't casting or aren't making movies that include a more diverse cast. So, you know, but it's all, everything's driven by money. So, you know, somebody was saying, I believe they said either 42% or 46% of, you know, ticket sales go to the, are, you know, from the black community, and which is great, and that's a, you know, that's an increase. You know, the Latin community really struggled for a long time, where people, you know, said, hey, they're not spending money, so we're not going to cater to them. And that's been addressed in a lot of documentaries and things before. But at the same time, you know, 42 or 46%, whatever the percentage was, it's still less than half. So people are still going to market to the more than half. Most of the time. That's just kind of the power of the dollar. So I don't know, it's interesting to kind of watch and play out. You know, a lot of people were quick to jump on the bandwagon that it's the Academy, you know, it's the people involved with the Academy, and I don't know that I necessarily agree with that. I agree with people like Whoopi that say, you know, you can't vote for what doesn't exist. And, you know, she pointed out that 2 years ago, when the Butler was nominated, and you know, she kind of said, I mean, 2 years ago, the Academy Awards was an all-black show, is basically what she said. I'm not quoting her exactly, but, you know, that's pretty much what she said. That she just said that today. You know, but 2 years later, it's totally different. And it's interesting because the people that are protesting, you know, gosh forbid they would look back at 2 years ago when there were a lot of black actors that got awards. Not to say that there isn't still an issue that should be addressed, but, you know, I don't necessarily think it's fair to call the Oscars racist. Okay, so I'm getting to the point where I need to decide what I want to do. So this is my everyday eyeshadow palette. So I think I'm going to use the white. I'm going to do a little white on the lid. Might regret this, but we'll see. Just for a little sparkle and shine. This is a cream shadow, so. Normally I use this as a highlight. Okay, let's see. Let me test this out on my hand and see what I feel like I want to do with it. I'm not sure. Oh, I can't get it open. Let's see. It's been quite some time since I used this the last time, so I don't remember exactly how it performs. Okay, well I think I'm going to use this a little bit in the crease. It's matte, it's got a little bit of sparkle, I just rubbed it off, but you kind of get the gist. I think I'm going to use that in the crease. Let's see. So I don't know, tell me what you think about this whole Oscar debate. I do think it's been a little bit unfair, but you know, I don't necessarily think we shouldn't have conversation about it. But I think that Jada and Spike's position on it is a little bit unfair. And what do you guys think about Will Smith? I think Jada runs the show at home. That's what I think. I think he walked home to her mess. He came home to her mess and she said, "You're not going." And he said, "Okay." I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Okay, so another topic that I wanted to talk about today was skincare. My skin has been super dry lately and peely, and it's kind of a combination of reasons. Partially, it's because I'm not using a good enough moisturizer for the winter time right now. I'm using one that's really more suitable for, well, for someone like me with my issues, it's more suitable for the summertime just in general. But it's really more suitable for somebody who's much, younger, who has fairly healthy skin. Although, I would say if their skin is dry at all, it wouldn't be enough moisture for the wintertime for them either. But, somebody who's new to skincare and is not really dealing with any kind of wrinkles or skin dullness or, flakiness or anything like that yet. Got a little cream shadow down there. A little further than I need it to be. So, but I'm actually still suffering and trying to heal from the holidays, believe it or not. You eat one thing, like you have one meal or one snack of something that causes a reaction out of you, and it takes weeks and weeks to heal and to get back on track. And, I've been exhausted lately. I can't, for the life of me, get enough sleep. It's just been a real pain in the tuchus. So, I don't know. Don't know what I'm going to do about that situation. But, and then also too, I haven't been exfoliating well enough because I've gone a lot of days without wearing makeup actually. And so you guys know that when I don't wear makeup, I don't do a full, cleansing routine in the evening afterwards. So, use this little mirror because it's closer. So I haven't been, if I don't do a full face wash and I just rinse my face in the morning in the shower, then I'm not using that washcloth to scrub the old dead skin cells off, which, most people need that anyway, but I especially need it because, when I am reacting to foods, I create skin cells faster than the normal person. Most people create a layer of skin about once a month or so. And I literally will create a layer every day. And it causes shedding issues. You don't shed the layers properly. So, anyway. So let me just run through really quick some of the products I've been using because I haven't been saying. I used my Ideal Flawless Invisible Coverage Foundation in Natural Beige. I used my Hard Candy Glamouflage Heavy Duty Concealer in Light. My Maybelline Cover Stick, I can't see. Yeah, my Maybelline Cover Stick Concealer in Deep Beige. I used my Avon Age Transforming Pressed Powder in Bare Beige. I used my Avon Incredible Finish Loose Bronzing Powder in Suntan. The eyeshadow palette was the Becoming 3 Cheers Multi-Look Eye Color in Posh. And this eyeliner is the Special Eyes eyeliner pencil from Rimmel in Hurricane Gray. And of course I already told you that this was the Russet Rock Smooth Minerals. Okay, so we're caught up with that. I'm going to do my brows. This is just my brow powder in Fawn. So we didn't get any of the snow, the big snow. At first, about a week ago or so, a week before, they were kind of saying, they were pretty much expecting we would get it, but they didn't know how much. we're in this weird spot where we kind of get the fluctuation where things kind of blow in and out, and you just, I don't know, we never know, and it comes from both directions. It comes from Canada, and it comes from the south, and it comes from, you know, the ocean, things that are coming in, like hurricanes and stuff that are coming in from the ocean. So our weather, you know, things that people joke about Ohio is that if you don't like Ohio's weather, wait 5 minutes because it'll change. And that's kind of true. So our weather forecasts can be a little hard to predict. So at the beginning of the week, they thought we were going to get some of it, and they were literally saying that depending on kind of where you were, like north of a highway or south of a highway, you know, was going to be the difference of, you know, 1 to 2 inches versus, you know, 5 or 6 inches or more. And they weren't really sure, and they were going to have to wait until they got closer to time. And then we basically got up to like the day before, and it was like, yeah, we're not going to get any of it. I think we had a little dusting, like just a light dusting of snow, but we really didn't get any of it, which I'm not sad about at all, because we got an inch or two a handful of days before, you know, like last week, I guess. And so we still have little spots. It's mostly melted, but areas of grass that are kind of in a shaded space haven't melted yet. And I need to shave my brows. And got some strays going on like crazy there. Skin is peeling. Okay, mascara. I'm still using up my Super Drama mascara in brown black. Yeah, so anyway, we didn't get any of the snow, really. But it's cold. I mean, cold for us, you know, it's been like, you know, they'll say it's 27 degrees, but with the wind chill, it's, you know, 10 degrees or more, less than that. And the wind has been kind of like a biting cold wind. So it's been pretty cold for a handful of days now, and I'm kind of over it. But it's supposed to warm back up a little bit. There's like a day or two that's still supposed to be kind of chilly here at the start of the week, and then it's going to warm back up to like 30s and 40s, so, which is not warm by any means, but, you know, if the sun is warm and fairly strong, you know, 30s or upper 30s or low 40s can actually be, you know, kind of nice. So, you know, chilly, where you know, you still want to wear your nice fall and winter layers and clothes, but, you know, you're not dressing up like an Eskimo or anything. You can wear a lighter winter coat and not feel weighed down, like you can't move your arms. You guys know I rarely ever put makeup under my eyes. If I were going to be doing makeup under my eyes, I probably would have taken that Russet and probably just done like the outer third here, or maybe the outer half, and then followed up with just a little bit of eyeliner in the outer third, and then I would, you know, obviously follow that up with mascara on the bottom. But I really feel the older you are, the more you should stay away from makeup on the bottom lid, because it's very aging. And, you know, if you're worried about fine lines and wrinkles down there, I mean, the last thing you want to do is put makeup there that's going to sink into the fine lines and wrinkles, or run, or smudge, or... And we also tend to use more heavy-duty eye creams and that sort of thing, which can also sort of cause your makeup to melt a little easier. You know, melt off your face sometimes, just by the nature of what they're made of. So, you know, I've had people a lot of times say that their makeup smudges, even sometimes right away, and usually the first thing I ask them is, how much time do you give before, you know, in between putting on your eye cream and starting to put your makeup on there? Because if your eye cream hasn't completely absorbed, especially if it's any kind of a cream that has any type of oil base to it, then you know, you may as well just be putting baby oil on and taking your makeup off. So, yeah. But I just avoid it altogether by not putting any under there. And I don't really, I mean, I have some fine lines and wrinkles, but it doesn't bother me. I get a little baggy, I get puffy through here. And sometimes I'll get puffy through here, and sometimes it depends on how swollen I am from, this looks not blended very well in the camera, but it looks different in the mirror, so. Depending on how puffy I am just from food. So, I don't know. But I don't really have any major issues that I worry about with that. I mean, if I wanted to put makeup down there, I would. But I really just feel like it, you know, makes you look older. I'm not about that life anymore. Okay, so just a quick recap. Sorry, I haven't filmed in a while and I feel like I'm out of it. So this is a Mary Kay blush. I can't recall the name of it anymore, but it's a little older. I want to say it's like Orchid or Dusty Rose or something like that. This is the Hard Candy Blush Crush Baked Blush in Honeymoon, number 127. I use that as a highlight. Did I put any down my nose? I don't recall. I dropped my brush, so I'm just going to use my finger and do it. Okay, and then lipstick. I'm using my Glass Reflections in Glossy Spice. Just kind of a brown. Brush hairs everywhere. Okay, so this is my look today. My hair is, this is like my go-to, just keep my hair out of my face. You guys see me like this all the time. And in the winter time, my hair gets really staticky. It's very prone to static. And also, too, with big coats, it gets really kinky and tangly, like around my neckline. So I very often in the wintertime just don't even bother with it. And I don't straighten it. I don't, you know, because you're fighting a losing battle. So I usually just, I might blow it dry. I might blow it dry kind of straight. Today I just literally blew it dry just very slightly so that I wouldn't be walking outside with wet hair into the cold. But, you know, I didn't even worry about straightening it or anything. So, and I just throw it up in a barrette just to keep it out of my face. And that's what I do. Okay, so, what do you think about the Russet rock? Can you tell? Am I too washed out from too much light? I don't know. But I think it's pretty. And that white, you know, gives a little shine through here, a little bit of dimension, so. Yeah. I like it. I think next time you see me, I'm probably going to be doing something with my Rouge Dior Mauve Mystery lipstick. So that'll probably be the next time we do one of these together. So I hope you enjoy these, and, you know, we just talk about stuff. Tell me what's going on with you. Maybe we can talk about that in the next time too. Give me some topics of conversation you'd like to discuss. If you want to talk politics or just kidding. I do follow a lot of politics, but not because I love it, just because you should. Alright, well, I hope you guys have a great day, and thank you for hanging out with me for a little while, and I will see you next time. Bye.